I took a decent amount of time trying to figure out what I would say today. But my brain just kept going back to every spring break, so around this time every year. There's always a few little girls that come to the Capitol, and it's wonderful. Like, they're excited about politics, and they say, and it's crazy, like, y'all can laugh at this if you want, that they want to be me when they grow up. It's wild. It is such a privilege for me to be a young woman on the floor and to be that person that they can look to. It's also horrible on days like today because we fail them so constantly here. We can debate about who should be able to access books with graphic depictions of rape. Kids shouldn't be exposed to it, in my opinion. But this isn't about the books. This stopped being about LB 44-1 when we started bringing up rape and interjecting a Kavanaugh's name into a graphic description of rape. Those comments were wholly inappropriate, and I'm beside myself at the tone that's been set for this morning, that somehow we have this underlying current of we need to let this go because there's more important things for us to be talking about. I don't care if it was John Kavanaugh. I don't care if it was Michaela Kavanaugh. It doesn't matter the gender of the person you are trying to sexually harass. This isn't new. Like, we can't get up here. Senator Arch even admitted, this isn't new. Senator DeBoer referenced it in her comments. Senator Chambers got up in 2020 and talked about enslaving and raping me and claimed that I owed my political career to favors of the flesh. There wasn't a formal response then, and I can't change that. For years, I've fought behind the scenes, trying to get the executive board to take action on any form of an HR structure to protect staff and to protect my colleagues from predatory senators. Right now, there are 3 actions that can be taken by the legislature on this occasion: a formal letter from the executive board, a censure from the legislature, which has no impact other than being a vote taken to condemn the action, and expulsion from the legislature. There is nothing else. And I'm still the only woman on a 9-member executive board tasked with being the HR arm of the entire legislative branch. I can't change that either. But what I can control is how I choose to respond to this situation when one of my other colleagues has been targeted. Now, whether that is Michaela Kavanaugh or John Kavanaugh, it doesn't matter. It's one of your colleagues. If you were at your job, any other job in the world, and you got up and told your coworker in front of the entire rest of the workplace, "Give me a blowjob," and you got up and you said that, and then you interjected their name into a graphic description of a rape, what do you think your company would do to you? Do you think you would have your job the next day? I'm almost more fired up about this when it's not me, because like my instinct, as every woman's is when something like this happens, is to minimize it immediately. And to go, yeah, well, you know, it wasn't that bad, and if I make a big deal of it, okay, cool, now it's not me anymore. Now it's someone else. Next year, it'll be somebody else. And we'll still be navel-gazing and going, well, gosh, you know, thank you, Mr. President. We can't have an HR policy because this place is special. This place is special because it's the one place in the state of Nebraska where you can get up and talk about raping a colleague and not have any professional consequences. We have to do better. We can't just let this go. We owe it to the little girls who are watching at home, wanting to be something like this when they grow up. We owe it to every Nebraskan because we're the most public workplace in this state and we deserve for it to be a professional workplace. Senator Halloren, you should be ashamed of yourself for being incapable of apologizing. There is no justification for your actions and you should resign.